Hi everyone, today I just want to discuss and talk about 5 things that completely changed when I made that amazing decision to stop drinking alcohol. I originally stopped in 2017, started thinking I could moderate back in 2022, fell back into the bad habits, and in July of 2025 this year I decided to quit again. And the benefits are absolutely endless. It really is, just to wake up every morning. This is about 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning. Normally I'd be in bed, probably dying. Maybe I'd been up 100 times during the night, as always, going to the toilet, freaking out about nothing, just dreading the day ahead. Whereas now I've been up, had breakfast, had a coffee, I'm out for a walk, making some videos, chilling out on top of everything, and it's absolutely brilliant. The first thing is that has made a big impact is definitely the mornings. I mean, everyone can agree how good it is to get a beautiful night's sleep, wake up feeling fresh, just have a deep dream, maybe up once during the night, and that's it. And for example, this morning, I've gotten up and had a coffee, had my breakfast, read the newspapers, checked my emails. I did a bit of business stuff as well because it was dark outside, and I've got the whole day ahead of me. During the week I'd have probably got up at the same time, 5:45, something like that, maybe 6:30 whenever I wake up. I don't even set my alarm anymore, which is amazing. And I would just be checking emails in the morning, gearing myself up for work. If any laundry needed done or the kitchen needed clean, just quickly clean it and that's it. But a good example this morning is that I can just chill because the apartment's clean, kitchen's clean, bedroom's clean, all the laundry's done. Don't need to open any letters, no anxiety. I'm just sitting here down at the harbour, absolutely chilling. And the morning routine can include things like going for a walk, going to the gym, which I do. And that feeling when you come back at maybe 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, back into your house or whatever, and you've already done all that, and the day's not even started. It's just an absolute winner. And I wish that everyone else could feel how good that feels, knowing that you've already been super productive and it's only 9 in the morning. Another thing that completely changed is my relationships. And I think one of the biggest reasons for that is the fact that now you're known as the non-drinker. You're known as reliable, the person that always turns up on time, the person that doesn't cancel at the last minute, or wants to change plans because the place that they're meeting maybe doesn't have a bar and you're wanting a pint, for example, or a glass of wine. And I think that's just a great feeling and gives you a lot of self-confidence. I met up with a friend yesterday on Friday, met up with another friend on Wednesday, and it's just something that you've just got the energy to do. You're excited, you become a better listener, and I think people open up more to you because they know that you're on top of your life. And there's millions and millions of people out there that want to do the same, because everyone knows that kind of dreaded feeling when you've drunk too much over the weekend and you're feeling awful. And just the relationships is not only with friends but with family, keeping in touch with them better. I phone my parents every day, pretty much just asking how they're doing, and you keep in touch with everyone, even old work colleagues. You've just got that time to just send a message, excuse me, how's things, and how's life going, and like say you become a better friend, a better family member. And I think that's something that is something that's really valuable. Another point is just a clearer focus on work. And work can mean anything. It can mean business, it can mean your YouTube channel, it can mean a side hustle. But just because you don't have that brain fog and you've got that positive mindset, it just allows you to absolutely flourish. I mean, on the YouTube front, I think I've released a video every single day for 50 odd days, and that's just something that would never ever happen. I have a few kind of side hustles as well, and I'm just super on top of everything like that. And that's just because you've got that extra time, Monday to Friday, if you work office hours, so to speak. You've got those early mornings, especially when it comes up to winter and it's dark outside. Just use it on something productive, that 1 hour extra, 2 hours maybe in the morning. even if you wake up early on a Saturday and Sunday and you're meeting friends in the afternoon, you've maybe got a few hours spare there where you can work on anything. You know, you could write a book if you've ever wanted to do that. It's like, you know, learn how to become a photographer, learn how to build websites, start a YouTube channel, whatever you want. And you know, it's just, a lot of people probably think it's boring, you know, well, what's the point in quitting alcohol if I'm just going to work? But, you know, everyone needs to work on something. And I think, you know, one of the biggest kind of, you know, it seems like a bit of an oxymoron, but, you know, the amount of time you have, which is a brilliant thing, can be a struggle in the beginning, and you need to learn how to fill that. And you'll learn how to fill it with doing stuff like this, stuff that you enjoy. And let's say work doesn't need to be boring stuff, you know, it can be, you know, setting something up so in 1 year's time you'll be out of that job you hate. You know, so just imagine a YouTube channel. That's maybe your goal. Just spend the next 6 months, year building up your channel, learning how to edit, learning how to be a photographer, whatever you do. Learn how to make vlogs and put a plan in place. And you know, that's something that should be exciting to everybody. The fourth thing that kind of changed a lot was just the kind of zest to learn, zest to read. And it was quite incredible. I'm not a big reader at all. I never claimed to be. I prefer watching documentaries, for example. But, you know, I think it's just because your mindset has shifted so much and you've got no brain fog, you're just kind of just wanting to absorb information. You want to better yourself, and you're kind of just, I think your brain's more gets rewired now, and you're able to actually sit there and read stuff and absorb information. And it really is quite remarkable, and you want to learn. When I first quit alcohol, I think it would have been maybe a year after I quit, I ended up by working project management. I'd done all my project management certifications. I think I ended up doing 4 separate ones, which has set me up brilliantly for later on in life. Every time I apply for a job now, I've got all the certification and a degree to back it up. I've just applied for my master's degree as well, which I start in January, which will be about 3-4 months away. I'm doing that part-time online. And again, that's something that would never have happened. I actually did try and do my master's about 20 years ago, and I paid a lot of money for it, and I ended up just not going, and I just ended up quitting and wasted thousands of pounds on that. But you know, it's just wanting to learn and just having that zest to learn is just really, really good. The final thing is cooking for me. And you know, that might seem something that's mundane as well, but when you're at home and you've got the time to cook, you know, you're saving a lot of money. The amount of money I spent on Uber Eats and Just Eat and Deliveroo was absolutely incredible, and what a waste of money it was. You know, you're paying 25 quid to get a meal delivered, and that you could get a full bag of shopping at the supermarket. You know, it's crazy. And you actually enjoy it, and people might be sitting there thinking, like, the last thing I want to do is cook, but you know, you have the time on your hands, you have the time to go to the shop, you have the time to think, you know what, I'm going to make myself a really good dinner tonight. And another massive advantage with that is, I think you'll just naturally lose weight. Instead of having kebabs and pizzas and crap, and then you reheat it because you can't be bothered cooking the next day, you're actually getting in really good food, and that weight loss happens. And kind of ironically at the moment, I think I eat a lot more, but I actually lost weight. I was never really heavy or anything, but I ended up losing loads of weight because, you know, the stuff I'm eating is just not processed crap. And it's quite funny because I'll have a good breakfast, a good lunch, a good dinner, I'll have a dessert most nights. But you know, I'm kind of walking more, and I think even if I wasn't walking, you know, you can just imagine the difference over a month. Instead of having 20 takeaways, you're literally cooking money every night. And finally, you're saving money on that. You know, it's just incredible what a difference it makes. But there are 5 things that changed, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you like the channel, and see you next time. Bye.